What's going on? So I got asked about what did I think about Golden State gonna retire Kevin Durant's jersey. They should have never had the general manager or whoever it was at the parade last year say we will never offer him the max contract. If you're gonna go out and retire a guy's jersey who's gonna still very much be playing after because he's gonna be recovering for at least a year, but say he comes back at 75-80% of what he was, he's going to reign terror on the league for at least 3 or 4 more years after that. So, wow, Kevin Durant is probably the first NBA player that I can recall that is going to get like open applause really while he's still playing. This is unreal. Because even when Shaq got traded away from the Lakers, they didn't do that. And he won three straight. He's the last to three-peat, won three of the finals MVPs, etc. That didn't happen for him. So this thing with Kevin Durant, there's a lot more goes on behind closed scenes, but the bottom line is, yeah, and what happened with his injury. And I did do a video where I said I saw both sides. However, it's become more and more apparent they rushed him. Part of it was fed on his ego, but they rushed him. He should have never played in the finals and at all. He was going to leave anyway, win or lose. He'd had enough of being in Golden State. That's what, but everything is coming out basically. And he couldn't, he thought winning would capture it. He did a LeBron, he followed LeBron's blueprint. You go somewhere and you team up with greatness, which is the smartest move he could have made because let's be realistic. Wasn't cutting it with Russell Westbrook and OKC. I already had Serge Ibaka out there a long time ago. I had James Harden out there a lifetime ago. I had a squad. It didn't work. You go play with an all-time great like Steph Curry and a great player like Klay Thompson, and you got Draymond Green, and you have a good balance on Drake Iguodala, and you got and Steve Kerr. You got a good mix, good system at work. Came, got 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs, best player in the league, etc. But it wasn't enough because he wasn't fulfilled from his ego, and also he wanted more recognition. He wanted that adulation, and I understand it. Ego is fragile and big. How do you balance the two out? It's a tough act to follow. Golden State, they, um, it just was so much more there. But I think it's great that he's going to have his jersey retired from a personal standpoint, and they're going to put a statue. I think if you wanted to sweeten the pot, you give him a stake and some ownership like you did Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I think that would make it even more sweeter. Something. But I think this is just a backhand because they didn't re-sign him, and also because they feel guilty, which they should, for his coming back and his re-injuring himself, because they should have never let him play at all in the finals. Yeah, he, for the moments that he played, he looked something else, and there's no telling. If he plays, they win, but you just don't jeopardize that. But there's more between that. He deserves to have his number retired, and he deserves to have a statue out there, and he deserves to what he meant for his 3 years there. That's not up for discussion because he definitely shot life in them. And as great as Steph and Clay is, he made it a lot easier for them to get back-to-back chips and to also be deep into it. That is, you just have to acknowledge that for what it is. So but it's a bittersweet thing with Kevin Durant getting his jersey retired in Golden State. But you give me your thoughts, your comments on it, your take, and hit the subscribe button when the bell rings. That's a new video. I'm out. Peace.